The biting December wind swept through the bustling streets of San Francisco, its icy fingers slipping through the worn fabric of Jack Thompson's jacket, as if it were made of paper. At 68, Jack had called these streets home for the past 6 years, ever since the medical expenses from his late wife's illness had drained their savings. He sat in his usual spot near the towering Tesla headquarters, clutching a cardboard sign that read, "Veteran in need, any help appreciated." Most days, the tech-savvy crowd hurried past, eyes glued to their screens, oblivious to his presence. Jack understood. Invisibility was part of the territory when you lived on the streets. That morning began like any other. Jack had just finished arranging the few belongings in his cart when he noticed a commotion nearby. A sleek black car had stalled, smoke billowing from under its hood. The driver, looking frazzled and out of sorts, stepped out, and Jack did a double-take. Even from his vantage point, he recognized Elon Musk, the man whose face was plastered across every news outlet. Jack watched as Elon Musk paced around his car, phone in hand, clearly frustrated. "No signal. Not today," he muttered, running a hand through his hair. Despite his own dire circumstances, Jack felt a pang of empathy for the man. Slowly, Jack rose, his joints protesting with each movement, and shuffled over. "Excuse me, sir," he said gently. "Looks like you're having some car trouble. I used to be a mechanic in the army. Maybe I could take a look." Elon Musk glanced up, surprise flickering across his face. For a moment, Jack saw the familiar hesitation people often had when approached by someone homeless. But something in Jack's calm demeanor seemed to reassure him. "That would be great," Elon replied. "I have an important meeting, and my phone's not working here." Jack set his cart aside and peered under the hood. The familiar scent of oil and metal brought back memories of his younger days fixing vehicles in the military. His fingers, though stiff with age, still knew their way around an engine. "Your cooling system's got a leak," Jack explained, pointing to the problem. "I can do a temporary fix to get you to your meeting. It won't last forever, but it'll do for now." Using supplies from his cart, including his own drinking water and a piece of rubber he'd been saving, Jack worked methodically for about 20 minutes. His hands trembled slightly, but his mind was as sharp as ever. "Try it now," Jack called out. The engine roared to life smoothly. Elon Musk's eyebrows shot up in surprise. "That's impressive," he said, checking his watch. "You just saved me from missing a crucial meeting." "How much do I owe you?" Jack shook his head. "Nothing, sir. Just happy to help. My father always said helping others is its own reward." Elon Musk studied Jack for a moment, taking in his worn clothes and the shopping cart that held his worldly possessions. "At least let me give you something for your trouble," he insisted, reaching for his wallet. "Really, it's fine," Jack said, starting to shuffle back to his spot. "Just glad I could be useful again." "Wait," Elon Musk called out. "What's your name?" "Jack Thompson, sir." "Well, Jack Thompson, I don't believe in coincidences. Would you tell me your story?" For the next few minutes, Jack shared his tale. His service in the military, his 25 years as a mechanic, his wife Linda's battle with illness, and how the medical bills had taken everything. He spoke without self-pity, just stating facts in his quiet way. "These things happen," Jack concluded with a small shrug. Elon Musk was silent for a moment, then pulled out his business card. "Jack, I'm going to be late for my meeting, but I want you to go to this address tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ask for Lisa in her. Will you do that for me?" Jack took the card carefully. "I don't want charity, sir. It's not charity. It's an opportunity. One you've earned through your skills and character. Will you come?" Jack nodded slowly. "Yes, sir. I will." That night, Jack could hardly sleep in his usual doorway. He kept touching the business card to make sure it was real. When dawn broke, he used the last of his saved quarters at a public bathroom to clean up as best he could and put on his least worn clothes. At exactly 9 a.m., Jack stood at the Tesla headquarters reception desk, feeling out of place among the gleaming surfaces and well-dressed employees. To his surprise, he was immediately escorted to an office where a kind-faced woman introduced herself as Lisa. "Mr. Thompson, we've been expecting you." She smiled. "Mr. Elon Musk spoke to me about you yesterday. We have a proposition for you." What followed seemed like a dream. They offered Jack a position as a senior maintenance advisor for Tesla's classic vehicle division. His decades of mechanical experience would be invaluable in helping them understand how to make their electric vehicles more repair-friendly for the average mechanic. "We'll provide temporary housing while you get back on your feet," Lisa explained. "And your medical benefits would start immediately." Jack's hands trembled as he gripped the arms of his chair. "Ma'am, I'm 68 years old. Most folks think I'm too old to work." Lisa smiled gently. "Mr. Elon Musk believes that wisdom and experience have no expiration date. He was impressed not just by your skills, but by your integrity. You helped him without expecting anything in return. That's the kind of person we want on our team." Tears welled up in Jack's eyes. "My Linda always said everything happens for a reason. I didn't believe her when I lost everything. But maybe she was right." That afternoon, Jack was shown to a small but clean studio apartment near the office. As he set his shopping cart, now containing everything he owned, in the corner of his new home, he noticed an envelope on the table. Inside was a note from Elon Musk. "Jack, your kindness and skill helped me yesterday when you had every reason to turn your back on the world. Consider this a small repayment." Below was a check that would cover all of Linda's outstanding medical bills. Jack sank to his knees, overwhelmed. For the first time in 6 years, he allowed himself to cry, not from sadness, but from gratitude and hope. The next morning, Jack Thompson walked into Tesla headquarters wearing a clean new uniform, ready to start his first day of work. As he passed the spot where he used to sit with his cardboard sign, he said a quiet thank you to Linda. She had always told him that kindness would find its way back to you, even in the darkest times. And there, in the early morning light of a new day, Jack Thompson, formerly homeless, but never without his dignity or compassion, began the next chapter of his life, proving that it's never too late for a second chance when you keep your heart open to helping others. As weeks passed, Jack's experience proved invaluable to Tesla. His practical knowledge helped the company make their vehicles more accessible to traditional mechanics, bridging the gap between old and new automotive technologies. His humble approach and willingness to share his knowledge made him popular among both the engineering team and the maintenance staff. More importantly, Jack became known for his habit of keeping granola bars in his pocket to share with any homeless person he saw on his way to work. "Everyone deserves kindness," he'd say, with a gentle smile. "Sometimes that's all it takes to change a life." I should know. Word of Jack's story spread through the company, inspiring others. Soon, Tesla employees began volunteering at local homeless shelters, and the company started a program to train and hire veterans and elderly workers who had fallen on hard times. When asked about his remarkable change in fortune, Jack would just shake his head modestly. The real blessing wasn't getting the job or the money, he'd say. It was being reminded that I still had something to offer the world. Sometimes we all need someone to believe in us, even for just a moment, to help us believe in ourselves again. And every year, on the anniversary of that fateful morning, when he fixed a broken-down car, Jack would return to his old spot near Tesla headquarters. But this time, instead of asking for help, he would spend the day offering it to others who were struggling, proving that the cycle of kindness never truly ends. It just takes on new forms. His story became a testament to the power of compassion, the value of experience, and the truth that it's never too late for life to surprise you with its capacity for change. Jack Thompson, the homeless veteran who helped without hesitation, had become a living reminder that sometimes the greatest acts of kindness come from those who have the least to give, but the biggest hearts to share. As Jack settled into his new role, he found himself not only adapting to the technological advancements at Tesla, but also becoming a mentor to younger employees. One of them, a bright-eyed engineer named Emily, was particularly eager to learn from Jack. She often stayed late, asking questions about the intricacies of mechanical systems and how they could be integrated with modern electric vehicle technology. "Jack, how did you manage to keep up with all these changes?" Emily asked one evening as they worked side by side in the garage. Jack chuckled, wiping his hands on a rag. "You never stop learning, Emily. That's the key. Every day is a chance to learn something new, no matter how old you are." Emily nodded, inspired by Jack's wisdom and humility. She admired how he approached each challenge with patience and a willingness to share his knowledge. Under Jack's guidance, Emily began to see the potential for innovation in blending traditional mechanics with cutting-edge technology. Meanwhile, Jack's story continued to ripple through the community. Local news outlets picked up on his journey from homelessness to a valued member of Tesla, and soon Jack found himself being invited to speak at various events. He was hesitant at first, unsure of what he could offer beyond his personal experience. But with encouragement from his colleagues and Elon Musk himself, Jack agreed to share his story. At a community event focused on homelessness and employment, Jack stood before a packed auditorium. He spoke candidly about his struggles, the loss of his wife, and the kindness that had changed his life. "I was given a second chance," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "And I believe everyone deserves that opportunity. We all have something to offer, no matter our circumstances." Back at Tesla, Jack's influence continued to grow. He was instrumental in developing a new program that paired experienced mechanics with young engineers, fostering an environment of mutual learning and respect. The program was a success, leading to innovations that improved the efficiency and repairability of Tesla's vehicles. As the months passed, Jack found himself reflecting on the journey that had brought him to this point. He often visited Linda's grave, sharing his thoughts and experiences with her. "I wish you could see all this, Linda," he'd say softly, placing a small bouquet of wildflowers by her headstone. "You always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself." On the anniversary of the day, he met Elon Musk. Jack returned to his old spot near Tesla headquarters. This time, he wasn't alone. Emily and several other Tesla employees joined him, handing out care packages to those in need. Jack watched as they interacted with the homeless community, offering not just food and supplies, but also conversation and compassion. "Thank you for showing us the way, Jack," Emily said, standing beside him as they watched the scene unfold. Jack smiled, his heart full. It's not about me, Emily. It's about all of us. Kindness is a choice we make every day. As the sun set over San Francisco, Jack felt a profound sense of peace. He had come full circle, from a man who had lost everything to someone who had found a new purpose. His journey was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of kindness to transform lives. And so, Jack Thompson, the homeless veteran who had once been invisible to the world, became a beacon of hope and change. His story was a reminder that no matter how dark the times, there is always a light waiting to guide us home.